Wow, stories.
Am I the idiot for demolishing my daughter's room after she moved out? My 18-year-old daughter Meg is in college. She moved in with her boyfriend a few months ago, which left her old bedroom empty. Her bedroom used to be right next to our tiny living room. To make our tiny living room into a normal-sized living room, we knocked out my daughter's room's wall, reflowed the space, and fixed the walls. Now it looks like the bedroom was never there, and we have a spacious living room. When my daughter came home to visit and saw that her room was gone, she made a huge deal about it. She got all emotional and said if we never wanted to let her move back, we should have just said so instead of completely demolishing her room. I told her that if anything happens and she needs to move back, we will welcome her and she could sleep on the couch as long as she wants. But she accused us of wanting to get rid of her forever and for her to never visit us since we got rid of her room so fast, only a few months after she moved out, and we should have waited longer. You're the idiot. Is it your house? Sure. But when college kids say they're going to visit their parents, they say they're going home. And you took a part of that, her safe space that she grew up in, without so much as a heads up. Just because you can, doesn't mean you're not an idiot if you do. You're the idiot. For poor communication skills because you never seemed to have told her until she visited you and she got blindsided by the room where she grew up in no longer existing and every trace of it ever being there removed. Would I be the idiot if I tell my sister and brother-in-law about an issue last night at their wedding with me and his cousin? My sister got married last night. It was great, but there was an issue with me and a cousin of the groom. The wedding was about a 3-hour drive from our house, and the venue is also a resort. So we got one of the rooms that was booked as part of the wedding group. The place also has complimentary EV chargers, so I didn't stop to charge along the way. When we got there, one of the chargers was in use, and the other had a regular car parked in the spot, blocking it. This was the corner of the lot, and there was like a utility shed off to the side of that spot, with the golf course behind the parking lot. I was able to back up to the car and get the charger to reach, without disrupting anyone else. Also, as I'm sure people will ask, the spots on the other side of the plugged-in car were occupied, so that wasn't an option. My now brother-in-law came up to me later after cake was served and asked if I blocked a car to plug in and said his cousin was freaking out and that I needed to move. No problem. Got up right away and went. But then I get out there and this guy is flipping the frick out. Who do you think you are? You don't know whose car this might be you're blocking? What if I needed to get back to my kid, etc.? I was like, hey man, we're family now, so I'm just gonna move the car and you go ahead and calm down. And then he goes, no, I'm sick of you people thinking it's okay to do this. At that point I go, whoa, listen buddy. I saw the lot was pretty full when we got here, which is why I didn't give you poop for parking here. But now I'm getting the feeling this has happened before, so WTF is your problem with blocking chargers. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, but honestly, I'm sure you could have parked somewhere else. At this point, the car is unplugged and I'm getting in it. And he's like, yeah, I'm not walking further, so you can plug your toy in. At that point, I told him if I see your car again anywhere, I'm gonna block it just because, giving him a little grin before moving to the other side of the parking lot. He was yelling as I drove off still, and now I'm wondering if I'd be the idiot for telling them what happened to him. Edit. I wish I could edit the title to Would I Be the AH if I ask if his cousin is well? I don't want to tell them to stir the pot or have them tell him off. I'm considering mentioning it as I'm concerned whether or not I need to be concerned with this guy moving forward and how often I'll be seeing him. You're the idiot. To answer your main question, you would be an idiot if you tell your sister BIL right now. It's the day after their wedding. They don't need to be bothered with this BS. Let them enjoy this special moment in their lives. Tell them another time, sometime after the honeymoon, ideally. You're the idiot if you bring it up anytime in the next month or two. Let them enjoy their honeymoon time, and once life has gone back to normal for them, you can mention it as, hey, this weird thing happened. But that guy was the real prick here. Honestly, I would wait just because it seems likely he's going to tell them first anyways. Might as well let him be TA first. Am I the idiot for not defending my sister after my husband said good luck, you'll need it marrying her to her fiancé? My husband used to get along with my family until my sister falsely accused him of cheating on me. He understandably doesn't like her anymore, but he's usually civil towards her. My sister recently announced her engagement, and while everybody congratulated her, my husband turned to her fiancée and said, "Good luck, you'll need to marry her." I was shocked he would say something like that, especially in front of my parents, but I never said anything as I didn't want to fight with him in front of everybody. My sister kept giving me a look like she expected me to say something, and when I didn't, she yelled at him herself. I made us leave because I could see that being there wasn't helping the situation. My sister has been texting me about what happened, mostly to take digs at my husband. She gets angry every time I ask her to stop and thinks I'm siding with him when he was in the wrong. Things have gotten worse after I told her I wouldn't be going wedding dress shopping with her, as she's blaming my husband for that too. She sent him some messages directly, and he fanned the flames by saying he wouldn't let me go and she would be lucky if we even attended the wedding. I've spoken to my husband and asked him to stop making things worse. He has agreed to stop responding to her, but she wants me to make him apologize and to agree to visit when she wants to go wedding dress shopping to prove I'm not siding with him, which I can't do. Not the idiot. Reading some of these comments amazed me. She falsely accused him of cheating, and she wants an apology. I agree with him. Good look to her fiancé. He is marrying a two-faced liar, not the idiot. Your sister is a grown woman who can speak for herself. If you disagreed with what your husband said, certainly you could have said something at that time, but if you didn't disagree and just kept your mouth shut, then that is a choice you're allowed to make as well. These two are both adults and should work it out between themselves, not involve you. Am I the idiot for telling my sister to quit having unprotected sex, or else I'll tell our parents? My female 20, sister Bella, female 18, recently got her first boyfriend, Brad. He is older than her, male 24, and has a bit of a reputation. Our parents are very conservative and Bella hasn't told them about him yet. Yesterday our parents were gone and Bella invited him to our house. I could hear them having sex because her room is right next to mine. After he left, I wanted to discuss this with Bella. I asked her if they were safe. To my surprise, she told me straight up they were having unprotected sex because Brad refused a condom as it doesn't feel the same. I explained to her that in addition to the risk of STDs, who knows how many girls this guy has slept with, there is the obvious risk of pregnancy. She told me that Brad had assured her that the pull-out method is safe, and he never had any problems. I told her that's obviously not true. Honestly, I blame her poor knowledge because sex is a taboo topic in our family, and our mother never had these conversations with us. Anyways, I told her that she should quit seeing this guy, or I'll tell our parents about it. She got mad and told me to leave her room. We haven't talked since then, and I am not sure what to do going forward, as I am really worried for her. Everyone sucks here. If you discuss her sex life with anyone else, especially your parents, you're violating her privacy. She is an adult and free to make her own bad decisions, but definitely provide her resources. Brad is an idiot and is going to get her pregnant. The pull-out method isn't a guarantee, and many men don't realize there can be sperm in their pre. Your parents are the biggest assholes for leaving their child uneducated. Everyone sucks here. It's not really your place to get involved, but I 100% would probably do it too. As for your sister, let her know there is a word for people who use the pull-out method: parents.